The Others is now on 4K from Criterion. How did it turn out? There's no HDR. Is that a deal breaker? Let's get into it. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm Chris. Thanks for stopping by and watching my 4K review for The Others. So this comes to us from Criterion. So I'll show you off the plain packaging that Criterion always does, which is why I'm not a fan of Criterion, if I'm honest. I love a lot of the movies that they do. They don't fit with my shelves. I want a slip cover. I want a steel book. That's what I want. I mean, they do a lot of great stuff. I just don't own a lot of their stuff. In the ranking of priorities of my stuff, I'm typically going to go with Vinegar Syndrome. I want weird, obscure movies on 4K before someday they're gone. That's what I want. So when Criterion is doing these big movies, they're fine, and I know there's a lot of film history there. But as a primarily 90% horror-like collector of film, some of the films just don't fit into my wheelhouse, or I only am on a small budget, or the budget that I have for the month. Of October, my budget's bigger. But normally my budget is whatever it is, and I can only pick a select few films. And so if I'm going to do it, I'm going to do stuff that I can cover on the channel, so I can let you know if it's worth a pickup. But The Others was definitely on that list. From the time it was announced, I was very excited because I really do like this movie. Its only fault is it came out like a year after The Sixth Sense, so some of the movie is kind of compared to that. I think not so much anymore, but at the time it came out, I think it was maybe kind of underperformed, and I think it kind of a little bit underrated at the time. This atmosphere in this movie is like dripping, man. It's so good. That haunted house vibe is there. It's obviously a period piece, so I like all that. Nicole Kidman kills it in this movie. I'm not a massive fan of hers, but I think she does a really good job in this film. There is a new director's commentary on this from 2022, so that's really interesting. I listened to that. Very good insight, so if you like this film, definitely jump into that. So like I said, a lot of the other special features are ported over from the previous version, but there's a lot to like here. So let's get into the video and the audio stuff, and I'll let you know if you should pick this up or not. So on the video front, this doesn't have any HDR. So I was going in being like, is no HDR going to be a deal breaker for me? It's really not. I get why, and they released kind of, and they talk about it a little bit. I get why, man. You want the dark spaces in this movie to be dark. HDR can brighten up an image, which is what it's meant to do. Even Dolby Vision can do that. So I get why they wanted to keep those very dark. You don't want to see what's there. Part of the movie is not seeing stuff. So I understand and respect their decision to not do HDR because it looks incredible anyway. So I think some people may be like, oh wait, there's no HDR, I don't want to get it. But you would be wrong. I think this is great. And then we continue this with the audio. Dude, the Atmos on this is incredible. And it kind of just envelops around you. They do a lot with the heights, and I just overall, between like the blackness, I have an OLED, so like the blacks being black and the atmosphere, and then this surrounding track with some of those heights and those quieter moments, it works so well, and this is one of my favorite releases of the year. So far, my king has been Pumpkinhead. That was one of my favorite things that took a movie that I loved and kind of made it just look incredible and sound really good also. This is another one that's definitely going to be on my top 10 list probably this year, unless something else comes out. We are getting The Ring later this year, so maybe that will be on there. May not be the top, but it's definitely going to be my top 10, because if they can make The Ring look good, then I'm excited for that. So would you be interested in seeing a top 10 4K? I think I want to do that this year. Not only a top 10 movie and worst movies, I actually want to do the top worst and best 10 4K horror movies of the year. So look forward to that towards the end of the year. I'm excited to do that. I didn't do 4K reviews last year, so I'm excited to kind of jump into that foray. But let me know down below, are you going to be picking up The Others on 4K? What do you think about the movie as a whole? Do you love it like I do? It's one of my favorite movies. If you've never seen it, I highly recommend you watch it, even if you don't get this, even if you don't have 4K. I mean, I don't know why you'd be watching this, but even if you don't have the money right now, I think you should still watch it if you've never seen it, or just wait, save up a little bit, and pick this up at a later date, maybe on a sale or something like that, because it is a must own for me as somebody who really loves atmospheric horror. So that's pretty much all I've got. I'll let you guys go. Let me know, like I said, down below, are you going to be picking this up? What do you think about The Others? What other stuff are you excited for in the physical media realm? There's really nothing left at the end of this month. We're tailing into that, closer to October's end and Halloween. But what are you looking forward to in November, December? I want to know all that down below in the comments. If you like what we do here, consider becoming part of the collective. Join us. We do 4K reviews. We do horror movie reviews. We do all kinds of stuff. So I've got all this stuff on the channel already. I'm gonna link all my 4K reviews at the end so you can continue your journey. Go back, watch all that goodness, leave me comments on those videos, like the video and share it with anybody you think is into physical media or horror, and I will talk to you guys in my next 4K review.